I've come back to complain about a game that came out over a decade ago. Yes, I know, revolutionary content. Anyways, why does everyone glaze the first Freddy so much? I went on a little expedition on YouTube to see the general consensus for how people rank the Freddy's games since I plan on talking about them, and...
This is the first game. Of course it's gonna be S tier. It's Five Nights at Freddy's.
Are you kidding me? This has to be some kind of like mass hysteria, right? I know it might sound like I'm exaggerating for the sake of the video. I am. But it still confuses me how this is the consensus. This game is boring, simple, and has no lore, which might be for the best considering, you know.
In the Flesh is the best book on the earth, cause it made Matthew Patrick fucking give birth.
I'm gonna assume since you clicked on this video that you're already familiar with at least the first Fnaf game, since why would you care about this otherwise? But have you really, and I mean really, sat down and played this since like Fnaf 6?
Light mode? What's that all about?
You open the game and are in the office like most FNAF games. You can look back and forth, use the lights, close the doors, open the camera, and that's it. Plain and simple. Now, I'm not opposed to simple games, but 7 nights of this, along with the fact that the nights are 9 fucking minutes, and about 80% of those 9 minutes consist of this riveting gameplay. At least in other Freddy's games with repetitive office gameplay, there's some sort of arcade minigame or cutscene to give you a break from the game. Playing FNAF 2 feels like trying to crank one out at a Thanksgiving dinner without everyone noticing, which yeah, that's definitely not a situation you want to be in, but... What? It's more interesting than playing FNAF 1. I get that this is Scott's first game in the series, but why is this game so stiff? Nothing is animated at all, other than the jump scares and Foxy sprinting. The AI in this game is pretty easy to deal with too. I'd say of every hardest mode in any Freddy game, this is by far the easiest, which makes it funny to me that Scott himself said that this was impossible in release. Just to give you a refresher on how the animatronics work, Bonnie goes from the show stage to the West Hall, then your door. Once he's at the door, close it. Chica's the same, except she comes down the East Hall and you can actually see her in the window. Foxy is on the Pirate Cove camera and will slowly open his curtains until he sprints down your West Hall. Using your cameras will slow him down, but he will leave eventually. Every time he leaves and hits your door, he takes power. Finally, we have Freddy, who will move down the same path as Chica, but won't show up in your window. He will stay in your blind spot, so you need to use the cameras to catch him. Once you close the door on him, he will go back to the end of the hall until he comes to your door again. This was never made obvious in-game. It's pretty easy to figure out how Chica, Foxy, and Bonnie work, but Freddy makes no sense. I didn't even know how he worked until I watched the Tech Rules video on this game. If it were up to me, I'd change it so that Freddy only laughs when he's at the door, or at least have phone guys say something like, oh yeah, that Freddy guy really likes to hang around the East Hall. On the subject of Freddy though, oh my god, is he creepy. Stop it! Stop it! Other than like Springtrap, I think Freddy from the first game has the creepiest camera sprites. You can see them pretty easy right here, but in-game with the static and the camera moving and the other 3 characters you need to worry about, it's hard to find them. And when you do, it's like finding a big-ass spider on your wall. You kind of just stare at it and freak out a little. His office jump scare is the best too. It's probably the only one I see people genuinely recoil at past Night 4, since by then you're usually used to the jump scares.
I hate that sound! Oh, fuck me!
Bonnie is creepy tier. What the fuck does that mean? Bonnie is creepy too, but nowhere near Freddy. Another thing this game does well though, the ambience. It's terrifying. Probably the best of any other game, maybe tying with Sister Location, but that's arguable. I do think this game is creepy if you go into it completely blind, but if you know anything about later games or know too much about this one, it kind of loses that chance to really creep you out as much. Enough glaze though. The last thing that pisses me off about this game is the fucking custom night menu.
Yes, AMD, please increase my frame rate on Five Nights at Freddy's. That's exactly what I need.
Every time you lose, you have to click the arrows and set everyone back to 20. And you can't hold it to go up, you have to spam click it. Even when you spam click it, it still goes up slow. Why? Why would this be a thing? I've used Click Team before, and I've made counters like this, and this just doesn't happen. Anyways, enough of that shit. Go watch one of these videos and leave a like or something.
Small city streets, small city roads, it's coming on, it's coming.